Buddy, I'm Sean Draper, one of two Seans involved in the automatic climate controlled reptile terrarium project. My duties on this project included the programming work, the sensor placement and interface, and the power interface, as well as a portion of the construction. Now, I learned a lot from this project. One of the big parts of what I learned was just sort of the details and nuances of power interfacing. We kind of scratched the surface of it in the lab, but in such a limited time period, so much of it was plug this wire in here and plug this wire in here, and hey, look, isn't that cool? Here we kind of really got to get into the nitty-gritty and what we actually have to do to get this to work. And in addition to that, on a programming level, this really drove home for me the kind of gargantuan effort that these projects are, even though I recognize this is a very limited scope compared to, say a word processing program or a computer game, or LabVIEW or something like that. But just how difficult and sort of detail-oriented it was to get everything to talk to each other and to play nice to each other and for all the programs to work. So this was a very educational and very enjoyable project for me. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Over to you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. So my name is Sean Daniel, the other Sean for this project. The duties I had for this project was to do the component selection, to do the kind of logical flow chart for how everything connected together, to do the CAD, and then I also, like the other Sean, took part in some of the construction. So for me, I'm not much of an electronics person, but this project kind of forced me to learn a lot about all the different components that go to the electronics. So some of the things we had to use for this project were a lot of relays and a lot of resistors and some things like that. So like I said, I'm not much of an electrical person, but this kind of forced me to be able to have to read through all the different specifications and learn, all the different voltage requirements and current requirements that would make our stuff go together. So overall, I was happy that I gained this knowledge, even though it's almost a bit begrudgingly. And I'm happy how this project turned out. It felt really good once everything started to work together and our pumps started to go on and our fans started to go on. So overall, I'm really happy.